Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and today I'll be talking about building a better tomorrow. If one person has the ability to make the future promising, then we can only imagine what a group of people can do. It is really easy for us to just imagine a promising future, but the only way it will ever become reality is to start building it, piece by piece. While every single one of us has the natural ability to make the world a better place, we refuse to use our individual talents. What we don't understand as a society is that by choosing to improve the future, we're actually benefiting ourselves and other members of society. One way that we improve ourselves by improving the future is we can get drive from the impact that we have, the positive change that we create, and it can motivate us to continue to persevere in other aspects of life. Another thing, we can also improve the lives of a lot of people by improving the future, because you never know, one day, those people you helped may help you out too. As Nelson Mandela said, we can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. Now, we start to think that our efforts are too small or too ineffective, and that there's no point in doing them, that we might as well just give up. But we have to continue. What we don't understand is by just making effort, we're actually helping to build a better tomorrow, and we're only benefiting ourselves and our society. We don't understand that our hard work may motivate. You never know who your hard work may motivate or inspire to join in building a better tomorrow. As APJ Kalam said, let us sacrifice our today so that our children have a better tomorrow. Now, sometimes we encounter setbacks. Sometimes we fail, and it doesn't feel nice. But we all know from experience that failure is normal, and it happens all the time. And those who are the most successful are able to use those failures, those mistakes, and build up from them to get better each and every single time. And that's what we need to learn, and that's what we need to teach. We have to continue, because failure is normal. We can't give up, for it is our collective responsibility to make the world a better place. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And we as a society have to learn that we have to keep moving forward, to keep persevering through any of the challenges we face in order to improve the future in whatever way we can. Now, to make the future better, we have to do some things. One, we have to sacrifice. We have to sacrifice and have the mental ability to know what to sacrifice in order to make the world a better place. We also have to work hard. We have to work hard to the best of our mental and physical capability to try to improve the world in whatever way we can. And finally, we have to work smart. We have to figure out ways to be more effective in improving the future. And a way to do this is to work with other people. We all know the saying, 2 heads are better than 1. This idea that we're better connected than divided, as groups instead of as individuals, is simply reality. We need to use our natural talents and resources to help improve the future and learn about the problems hindering our present. Then, by working with other people, we're eventually making our efforts more successful. Now, there was an issue that affected the future of America, and it was racial discrimination, and it caused lots of problems, such as segregation, violence, and poverty. It gave people reasons to justify inequality. For something they could not control, African Americans were stigmatized and treated as if they were not human beings. And this got so bad to the point that hate began to form, and it began to divide communities, and hate and division resulted in violence, war, and bloodshed. But there were more than a group of people who decided to take a look at this crisis, analyze it, and try to figure out ways to resolve it, or at least a small piece of it. And one of the most influential people in actually doing this was Martin Luther King Jr. As Jennifer Hogan said, it only takes one person and one act of kindness to inspire others and create change. You can be that person. You can do that act of kindness. You can inspire others, and you can create change. Now, how did Martin Luther King Jr. do it? How did he be so successful? How did he inspire and change the lives of a lot of people? Well, he was optimistic. He continued to persevere no matter what happened to him so that he could achieve his dream. He believed in the potential of humanity. He worked with other people when his ideas weren't working out, and he leaned on them. And this allowed his ideas to expand and diversify. He knew that he couldn't do it by himself, but by joining others, he would be able to improve his present and our future. And an example of this is the election of the first African-American president. This was a really big step. The first African-American president in the United States of America. His name was Barack Obama, and he would have not been elected if not for the efforts of Martin Luther King Jr. and many before and after him. This is only one of the reasons why his speeches, attitude, and virtue are thought around the entire world to motivate them, to inspire, and create change in whatever way they can. By believing in the potential of humanity, Martin Luther King Jr. has shown us the steps to take in order to improve our world and its future. As Ashley Brilliant said, nothing we do can change the past, but everything we do changes the future. All these people who decided to create change, they knew that they couldn't change the past. The past was done. They couldn't change that. But what they could do was change their present and inevitably change the future. And they decided to work towards it, which is why America is a better place due to the efforts of Martin Luther King Jr. and many inspired by him and many others. Finally, we have to believe that we are good enough, that we can change the world, that we have the ability to make it a better place. We're beginning to live in a really pessimistic world, and now we think that we're not smart enough, we're not this, we're not that, but I'm here to tell you that you are good enough to inspire the world and create change. You can change it, and you can make the world positive. We all have the ability to do so, but we have to believe in ourselves, and we have to believe in others. We can't be pessimistic, because it doesn't lead to achievement. We have to learn to be optimistic and teach this attitude to other generations. As Helen Keller said, optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope. We won't be able to achieve an equally promising future unless we believe in our ability, that we can step up to the problems others backed away from and do whatever we can to improve our present and its future. Because who else will be able to do it? Who else will be able to guarantee that the future will be promising for new generations, if not you and I? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.